Hey everybody, today's video is about Riga, Latvia, the underappreciated middle child of the Baltics. I say that because with Tallinn, Estonia to the north and Vilnius, Lithuania to the south, it's easy to overlook Riga. But just like the John Lennon and Yoko Ono song Give Peace a Chance, I'm asking you to give Riga a chance, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Because Riga achieves the trifecta of budget travel. It's a completely arbitrary designation made up by me that looks at three criteria. Is the place relatively safe? Is it cheap? And is it interesting for tourists? It's one of the ways I use to try and decide if a city is worth a visit. Okay, let's get into it. Riga is the capital of Latvia, and like the other Baltic countries, was once part of the Soviet Union. It gained its independence around 1991. It has a lot of what I like to call quirky charm, as well as culture, history, great food, craft beer, and more Art Nouveau architecture than almost any other place on the planet. And, fun fact, Latvia recently took home its first ever Oscar for the animated film called Flow. Not too shabby. But here's a heads up. Flow, even though it's an animated film and it's got a cartoon cat and dog and other animals in it, it's not a movie made for kids. So if you're thinking of taking your kids to go see it, I would say do your homework and make sure you think it's appropriate. So what's the best time of year to visit Riga? I'd say late May or early September. You'll still get decent weather, but without the peak tourist season crowds. And here's a pro tip. Try to spend at least one weekend here. Some of the little local markets only pop up on Saturdays and Sundays, and they're definitely worth checking out. Getting to Riga is easy. Trains and buses connect the three Baltic capitals, and there are a lot of flights from Europe into Riga's airport, RIX. From the airport, it's easy and cheap to take bus number 22 into the city. There's a ticket machine just outside the arrivals hall, or you can buy a ticket in the convenience store that's right there called Narvesen. Remember that name, Narvesen. You'll be seeing those stores all over Riga, and they're super handy. Now let's talk about accommodation. The place I can personally recommend is called Conventa Seta. It's got a great location in the heart of Old Town, reasonable prices, and charming historic character. The only catch? Some rooms can get a little bit noisy on weekend nights because, well, you're literally in the middle of Old Town, where people like to party until the wee hours of the morning. If you're looking for other options, the Grand Poet Hotel offers boutique luxury with a literary theme, while Nyberg's Hotel combines contemporary design with historic charm in a beautifully restored building. Next up, getting around. And here's something important. The Old Town is completely walkable, but don't spend all your time there because it's also very touristy. I recommend you walk around the Old Town for a little bit, see a few things, and then get out and explore. For further exploration outside the Old Town, buses and trams are convenient and cheap. And for me, Google Maps worked very well as far as figuring out the schedules and the routes. It seemed very accurate. A 24-hour pass for public transit is only €5, and it's available at, you guessed it, Narvesen stores. Another option is the rideshare app called Bolt. It's not as cheap as the bus, but it's very convenient and the cars are everywhere. Okay, next up, things to do. Like in my other videos, I always recommend taking a free walking tour. You can't go wrong. You'll see the highlights, you'll get to ask the guide questions about where to eat, what to do, how to get around. Highly recommend the free walking tour. When you're walking around, be sure and take a minute to check out the cat building. It's the building that has the two black cats on the corners of the rooftop. You see it a lot on the postcards and fridge magnets. I'm sure on the walking tour, the guide will give you the story about how those black cats came to be. Is it true or just a good urban legend? You can decide for yourself when you get to Riga. Also, when you're on the walking tour, ask your guide about the best place to try black balsam. It's the herb and alcohol-infused concoction. People in the Baltic swear by it. It's a cure-all for everything, from a hangover to the flu. It doesn't matter. So try the black balsam while you're there. Once you've got your bearings, take a walk around the Art Nouveau district, especially around Alberta Street. Even if you don't know a thing about architecture, you're going to love it. The buildings are absolutely unbelievable. Elaborate sculptures, intricate details, and designs that range from elegant to completely over the top. Another thing to see while you're out and about is the Riga Central Market. It's one of the largest and most colorful in Europe. It's housed in old Zeppelin hangars, and inside you'll find everything from fresh produce to smoked meats to local delicacies. Be sure and check it out. If you're a hardcore foodie, look into a guided tasting tour here. Samples are generous. It'll give you a better idea of what you're looking at and what's going on. For a more local vibe, cross the river from Old Town and check out Agenskalns Market. It's smaller, recently renovated, and absolutely beautiful. The ground floor has local produce and food products, and the second level features a bar and food hall. Here's the key: go on a Saturday, because on Saturdays there's this crazy flea market in the parking lot, and the whole basement is a thrift store. So if you're gonna go, definitely try to check it out on a Saturday. While you're in that neighborhood, take a walk over to the market at Konsiema Quarter. I hope I pronounced that right. I call that market the Playa Vista of the Baltics. If you've been to Playa Vista in Los Angeles, you'll know why. But it's very charming. It's got artisanal food, arts and crafts, live music. It's a great place to go hang out. It's located among historic wooden buildings with cafes, galleries, and shops all mixed in. It's really nice to go over there and check it out. If the markets are a little bit too polished for what you like, head over to Alberta Street Quarter. This former industrial compound has been transformed into a rough around the edges art and cultural heritage location. It has bars, restaurants, live music, and a lot of street art. It's open year-round, but summer is the best time to go. If you want to mix in a little history between meals and markets, the Museum of the Occupation of Latvia and the KGB Museum are both good choices. They're sobering, a little grim, but important if you want to know more about Latvia's troubled past. For something lighter, the Riga Motor Museum is full of vintage cars and Soviet-era oddities. Okay, on to the important stuff, food and booze. For breakfast, Mikla Bakery in the Art Nouveau district serves up delicious coffee and pastries. Or check out Wilhelm's Kuze, one of the most stylish cafes in Riga. It's named after a famous chocolate producer from the 1930s. If you want a little history with your morning coffee, Cafe Osiris is a Riga institution. Opened in the 1990s, this was the gathering place for intellectuals and activists during Latvia's quest for independence from the Soviet Union. Now, if you need something quick and tasty that won't destroy your budget, keep your eyes peeled for Lido. These cafeteria-style restaurants are scattered around the city, and they're actually really good. They even brew their own beer. It's perfect for grabbing a quick bite and recharging between sightseeing sessions. Pro tip, if they have the seasonal beetroot soup called augsta, you have to try it. This regional summer dish is served cold and looks like a blueberry smoothie. If you'd like to try other traditional Latvian dishes, head over to Folk Club's a la Pagrebs. In addition to delicious food, they have a wide assortment of Latvian beers and live music. Be sure and try their garlic bread, it's legendary. Another option for local food is Salve. Located right in Old Town, they offer a tasting menu that lets you sample an assortment of traditional dishes. It's a great way to try a bunch of different things without committing to a full entree of something you might not like. Now let's look at drinking and nightlife. Due to its deep cultural roots, there's a thriving beer culture in Latvia. One of the coolest breweries in Riga is called Labietas. Since 2013, they've been brewing beer using local ingredients like berries and fruits, medicinal plants, honey, and locally grown grains. Another great brewery is Nurme. Located in an old industrial part of the city that's going through a revival, it's a nice place to hang out and sample some craft beers. Riga has plenty of cocktail bars as well. Check out No Saints, if you can find it, that is. It's an underground speakeasy in front of the Italian embassy with live music and artisan cocktails. Gimlet Nordic Cocktail Bar is another gem. They make delicious drinks using fresh local ingredients. The mixologists are masters of their craft and put their unique Nordic spin on classic cocktails. For a more down-to-earth local experience, head to 3 Men in a Boat Pub. This lively sports bar is where Rigans go to watch football and knock back a few pints. The crowd is friendly, the beer is cold, and there's usually a match on. This is a great place to mingle with locals who are happy to chat between plays. It's named after the classic Jerome K. Jerome novel, which feels very appropriate for a pub that doesn't take itself too seriously. Alright friends, that's a wrap on Riga. It's a city that mixes old world charm, quirky modern culture, gorgeous architecture, excellent food and drink, and a strong sense of local pride. It might be the overlooked middle child of the Baltic capitals, but if you give Riga a chance, you'll see that there's plenty to discover here. Until next time, thanks for watching and happy travels.